From your local election headquarters, this is Big Country Politics on KTAB.
All right, welcome back to Big Country Politics. This next story that first aired last week got a lot of attention on our social media pages, and it actually mobilized some people to actually get us Cherry 7-Up that we never even noticed is not available here in Abilene because of licensing. Now, this story brought that problem to light. We want to introduce you to a man named Don Chaney. He is a man who is spending his last few weeks of life surrounded by family and friends here in Abilene. They're helping him feel as comfortable as possible following his diagnosis of cancer. To provide that ease and comfort, Chaney wanted just one thing, but that one thing wasn't available at any Abilene grocery stores. For tonight's for tonight's last story, Nathan Grieve demonstrates once again the spirit of the big country and how Don Chaney gets his Cherry 7-Up.
I don't know. I've always liked 7-Up, but I like the cherry. And the two together, it just gives you a little oomph, I guess. And I just got started drinking it, so that's about all I drink.
Don moved back to his longtime home of Abilene just last week, but when he asked for his drink of choice, things got a bit tricky.
He got none whatsoever.
The search for Cherry 7-Up led to United Supermarket. Now, they didn't have any in stock either, but that wasn't the end of it.
After I called the Pepsi vendor, he notified me that they're not allowed to sell the Cherry 7-Up here in Abilene due to some kind of contract that they have with Dr. Pepper. My store director here, Crystal, I guess pushed me to know not to take no for an answer every time.
Sergio says he didn't know this story would end the way it did.
I went ahead and asked him if there was any way. I was like, can you just get a case thrown on the truck to get it over here? And he was like, there's no way we can get it here.
But he wasn't going to just give up.
So we went to the second best option, which was our district manager, Kel. They ended up having two 12-packs of Cherry 7-Up in their garage. And we ended up picking it up that night. They were really grateful about it. She asked me for a hug, and I gave her a pretty big hug, yeah.
Don's been reunited with his favorite drink, but it goes beyond just a can of soda.
It was flooring. You know, I was surprised, very surprised. You just don't find that in many of these stores anymore. Used to be, it was sort of a common thing. But I think it's not so common anymore, but do find a little of it.
In Abilene, with coverage you can count on, Nathan Grieve, KTAB News.
All right, way to go, Sergio, over at United Supermarkets. Don's son is expected to visit soon to Abilene, and he's also expected to smuggle in a fresh supply of Cherry 7-Up for his father. All right, that does it for this week's edition of Big Country Politics. Thank you for tuning in this morning. Remember, the latest political headlines are always on bigcountryhomepage.com. Join us next Sunday for the same thing next week.